Hey everyone, Lensman Oz here. Welcome to episode 2 of our Direwolf 1.12 series, coming to you from the ShadowNode server. So I've done a bit of mucking around in between episodes. I do have issues with my internet, so please, if you do see lag here, it's my connection. I literally just got off the phone to my telco company. Looking at getting an upgrade probably in the new year. With things the way they are at the moment, I don't want to be without internet, because from what I'm led to believe, you do lose internet for a small period of time when you're switching over to the new technology. So that's something that I don't want to end up having and then not being able to upload. So this being what it is, I'll once I book in the day to have the upgrade done, I'll be trying to backlog a bit so that there is no issues. But yeah, that's something that I'll need to plan around and do properly. But you can see here. I'm kidding. Oh, here we go. Now I'm getting. There are issues with 1.12, right? So there's problems where sometimes you can't break stuff, and it's a bit of a weird bug. It's still being worked through, and it's part of the one of the mods, or one of the programs they use on the server to deliver the server to us. It's as I said, it's ongoing. They've reached out to the developer. Hopefully we'll get some stuff back soon. But you can see I've been and done a bunch of mining. Got some good stuff, and I was really pleased. I've done some work out here, so I made I don't know, it's average. I made a bit of a path around to where my mine is. I've mined down to level 11 down there. There's a bit of a cave. There's a few other bits and pieces down there. But one cool thing that I found, and I've already looted this, but I'll show you anyway, is I was over this side of the island collecting up some sand and gravel, and hopefully there's no mobs out here at the moment. I'm not really protected. Found this little bit of a cave area, and in the cave just so happened to be a spawner. So a little dungeon. I took everything out of the chests and just lit it up a bit so that we don't have spawns from it. We have a skelly spawner here, which is excellent. Definitely going to come in handy at some point, having that little spawner there. I'll pick it up eventually, but for the moment, probably not yet. Will come in handy later. So my island, I haven't done much more to the island, but we're getting there. I plan on this whole island being mine. So I kind of should get around and light the whole island up so that anyone passing by knows that this bit of area is mine, because the claim system is currently a little bit derpy. But what I wanted to do this episode, and I'm still tossing up whether to do it inside or outside, is I want to do a little bit of tinkers and get a smeltery up and running, and then I possibly want to start looking at a bit of ore doubling, maybe using thermal expansion. So we've got the thermal expansion set through here. I'm not sure what other ore doubling. I mean, we've got actually additions, but we've been using that a little bit too much lately, I guess. So they've got the crusher and the furnace and stuff from actually additions. What are these? Oh, that's the dank null. That's just a void mechanic. So you got the powered furnace and the crushers and all that sort of stuff. Otherwise, for ore doubling, that's Gendustry. I don't think we've got an abundance because there's no Ender IO in 1.12. I don't think the Mine Factory mod thing that's in this pack does anything in terms of doubling. So I think, yeah, we're kind of limited. I mean, we've got immersive engineering. We could use a big crusher, but I'm nowhere near that tech level. And here's Industrial Foregoing, which is the Mine Factory Reloaded, I guess, clone maybe, or however you want to call it. It's the port. So we've got the ability to use that, but I don't think we've got. I mean, there's IC2, but I'm not a huge fan of IC2 in general. But that looks to be about the ore doubling. So yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with just some thermal expansion. I'd like to do something with the Arboreal Extractor, because I'm pretty sure you can use this for power. And I can't remember which one uses it. I think it might be compression, because you can take the sap. Let's have a look. This sap. Fluids. You got resin, which through a still can make tree oil, and rosin. Rosin can be burnt. Tree oil can be used in a compression dynamo. And where's sap? Sap can... I thought it could be burnt. Put into a jerry can for some reason. Okay, so sap's not the one. So I'm pretty sure it's resin and rosin. So resin turns into uses of resin. Is, yeah, turning it into rosin, which we can burn with, just a fractionating still. So there's a bit of a uses of this is just compression dynamo. So we can use it to make 1,000,000 RF per bucket, and that's just some trees. So we've got a setup we can do. I tried to set this area up. I kind of want to build on the front of the wall here with some sort of, I don't know. Again, I'm not a good builder. I've never been a good builder. I want to build some sort of face to the front of this to make it look like a I don't know, the entry to a castle of some description just buried into the hill. So I've got some rough ideas in my head, but I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do it. But yeah, you can walk up and you'll have like a bit of a stone entry, and the rest will just be the mountainside, and then my base will be underground here. So I just started doing a bit of an entry. I'll fill some of this back in. This was coal and a few other bits and pieces up here. There's still a little bit of coal up there. And once I replace the walls and floors and stuff, it will, left a bit on the ground. So potentially, just for the moment, I might set the smeltery up down here. I've already gone ahead. Why did you not close? Thank you. I've already gone ahead and made, in one of these chests, 4 stacks of seared bricks. So for those of you who are new to Tinker's Construct, the grout recipe, gravel, sand and clay. I did get this one to work. If you do watch Direwolf, you'll notice that he had problems getting this to work. But I use this pattern to get my grout. And I made up the four stacks worth. So basically 2 stacks of each sand, gravel and clay. And I've got the 4 stacks of bricks. So the plan is I'm going to need some sand to turn to glass. I probably used all my sand. No, on my luck. I'll have to run outside and get some. Let me guess. I can't break it. No. I'm going to take them out of there for now. I will be able to break it eventually. It will come back. I may need to unclaim and reclaim. I don't know the full story there. Okay, let's just grab some sand. Alright. Hopefully that message just popped up won't interfere my recording, but if it does, it does. So we've got some sand. So let's jump in here and just, I need 1 piece. I've got some tiny coal in here. And yeah, let's make what we need. So we need a controller. We're gonna need oh boy. Things do this to me. Gonna need a table. And maybe a basin. I may as well do the lot while we're doing this. So there's the basin. We're gonna need 2 faucets. We're gonna need the tank, which will be that plus the glass now that it's done. Excellent. Will give us a seared tank. And then we're going to need some bricks. So let's start with turning a couple of these stacks into bricks. I'll just do this many. I'll keep the other ones for other bits. So 39. You know what? This 1, 2. Yeah, that'll do. Let's just bury this into the wall a little. So I'm going to do this and then into the floor. I mean, I could probably... no, I don't want to bury the whole thing in because the mining cave is just behind there. And I don't want to like completely destroy it. Let's do this and put our floor in. And I don't need to make it this big. And any of you who have played with this mod lately know that this is potentially overkill. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put... Oh, that's something I didn't make yet. See, I knew there was a reason. Glad I didn't turn everything in. I need to make a drain. I'm going to put the drain here, and I'm going to put the tank there. And the cool thing about the drain is that you can use these on 2 sides. So one there, one there. And I'm going to put basin in the basin in here and the table in here. Now I can eventually connect this up and we'll get automation out of there once we get there, but we've got a smeltery up and running. I do need to go and get let's see, I do need to go and get some lava, but I mean it's night time at the moment and there's plenty of people on the server. Hopefully this isn't being affected by the server migration that's happening at the moment. Doesn't want to place that block at all. Alright, well I'll leave it for a moment. Again, could just be my connection being derpy, or am I actually losing bricks every time I do it? Let's see. Yes, I am. They are disappearing. Oh, there we go, they're back. Doesn't want to place it there, eh? That's odd. And it won't build the multi-block. Okay. That's cool. We'll work around this for now. I am going to need a tank of some description. So we've got a portable tank from a thermal expansion here, which we can possibly use. It's probably the only real one we've got actually. So we'll use this. I'm going to need some copper and I'm going to need some iron and 4 redstone. Pretty sure I got a little bit of redstone. I've got to learn where my chests are. So I'm going to need 4 of that. I'm going to need copper. I'm going to need iron. And I know it's wasteful, and shout at me all you like, but I'm going to turn this in now in burn it. I could make a applied energistics grindstone if I wanted to, but you know, at the moment, not a big issue. Not a huge issue at all. So let's make this tank up. I need that. What else did I need? I needed some glass, didn't I? 3 pieces of glass, and I've got 2 bits of sand. I'm gonna need to run outside. Let's go. I'm not scared much. No armor. Aluminium. Or aluminum, depending on what part of the world you live in. So let's jump back in and gonna say pressure plate. What are you doing? Do your thing. So 2, 3. All right, awesome. So let's go in here. I want to make this Redstone Servo, and then we're going to make this tank, and it holds 20 buckets, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good amount of liquid, and I need a bucket. More wastefulness. More wastefulness. Throw it in. I'm kind of putting mob drops in here at the moment too. Let's see if I can place these blocks. Man, something's wrong with that block. I may end up having to move it. I don't know where my claimed area is either. I know the claim doesn't quite work at the moment. Put them in there. Where is my claim? Well, show me my claim. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the claim goes out to that distance, but it only goes back that far. So I do need to push it back a bit, and I need to push this side out. Can I go to there? Oh yeah, yeah, that's all right. So I do need to vote again and get some more blocks, I think, because I'm a little bit short. And we need to go back because it stops literally there, and that could be why I can't break some of this stuff. Again, it's not a huge issue. I mean, things are what they are. This is in my claim area though. Oh, there we go. See, it's eventually, it does catch up with itself. It just has some issues occasionally. I just don't know what's going on here. This is an odd one. If you work for a torch, you should work for a block. Okay, so it doesn't want to put anything there. Right, that's even weirder. Alright. I may need to move the smeltery. But, I mean, it's working at the moment, so it's not, you know, it's all good. Bucket. Bucket. I need a bucket. I mean, we can sort of, pretty sure we can ore double. Yeah, I was going to say, that's not shears, it's a bucket. Pretty sure we can ore double in, with the Tinker's Smeltery, I believe. I'm not sure whether it does an ore doubling mechanic in this pack. But let's just quickly, before we go too much further, if I want to do this Arboreal Extractor, what am I going to need? I'm going to need tin, copper, iron, some more glass, more copper, iron. Okay, so kind of need to get probably a few of each in there. I'm going to need to make an ingot cast. I'm going to need aluminum brass, or aluminium brass, or however you want to say it. So let's grab a few of each of these things. And if I can double in the smeltery, fantastic. Let's go brave outside again. If I can get outside. As I said, it's not the server. It's my it's my my really bad internet connection. Maybe I will just have to upgrade before Christmas. I really didn't want to yet, mainly just because of issues with the technology. But if old mate here is having his little stuttering problems, then maybe I will need to. We'll see. There's a mob over there somewhere. It's a chicken. Alright, let's grab some... Oh, you know what else I need? I need a way of picking this tank up. I need a wrench. So we'll make a Crescent Hammer, which should be 3 iron and a piece of tin, I believe, from memory. Which I mean I'll need to be a little bit wasteful again. Crescent Hammer, 3 iron and a piece of tin. Cool. So tin. Oh, where did I put everything? Take you out, put one of you in there, grab a little bit more of that. Got some experience. Put that away. Actually, I think I was putting mod drops in there, wasn't I? Let's get you out of there. And place you in there. Alright, so that gives us our bits for a Crescent Hammer. Oh, spider eye in my inventory. Alright, now I'm prepared. Zombies burning, just chilling, just standing there. I'm on fire. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Good on you, bro. Alright, grab some lava. Again, was the other reason I got my base in this area. Nice little lava pool. Up to 13, I think. Almost there. Getting there. One more will fit in there. And one for the trip. So shift right click with your wrench or hammer. And pick up the tank. And then we'll head back over. So one of the downsides to doing the smelter as a double level at the moment is that I can't just auto output from the tank that I've got, because we could ideally you could drop it on top of this and auto pump in, but for the moment I'm just going to place him here. This will hold 4 buckets worth. Let's put in. Let's start with copper and an aluminium, and we'll just see what we get. So this should give us 2 ingots and 2 ingots maybe, if it's got doubling. Yes, it's got doubling enabled. That's fantastic. So I need to make an ingot cast for a start. So let's put that seared brick in there. And once the copper melts, if it melts at some point on this side of time, we'll be alright. So I don't have a lot of tin, and to do this thing we need a few things. So I'll try and get the Arboreal Extractor at least done this episode. So we're going to need 1 iron, 2, 3 iron, 4, 5, 6, 7 iron, and probably 8. There'll be 1 in that copper gear. 8 iron, 6 copper, and a bunch of tin. Alright, I may as well just take all that tin. Let's do that. So hopefully... Okay, so we've got some aluminum brass or aluminium brass. It's converting this stuff into it. And let's put that on the bottom, and we'll get an ingot cast. And the plus side to this is we can now cast better tools. And the tabs on the top, Triax mentioned that I need the crafting station to get the tabs. So that's all set up now. Just add the crafting station into your thing. And if you put it in this pattern order, in the part builder, you can reach your patterns here, and in the stencil tables, you can reach your patterns here. So I've seen other Let's Players, and they put the pattern chest behind and all that sort of stuff. and you lose this functionality of being able to just drop stuff in and out that I've noticed. So if you have it in the right order, you get a lot more benefit out of what's going on. So we've got casting table now, so let's drop in, what do we got? If I put that other aluminium in there, we should finish that copper off into this, and then we'll throw the tin in. Copper and tin will turn into brass though, if there's any left by that point. Or bronze, or whatever it is. Come on, melt copper. Melting. I'm kind of gonna... Darn, I missed it! Or did I dupe it? No, it made it. Got some bronze. Oh well, not ideal, but... this will give us 9 ingots, and I'll be able to drop out a block of tin. But we've got... Yeah, I'll just have to muck around with levels now, because that'll put it all out. So we've got a block. I can drop a block of tin out. Oh, that's the aluminium brass. Oh, whoops. Stop. I can either void it, or we could put a... Let's see. Do we have... We do. Fluid ducts. So... Invar lead. Oh, you know what? Doesn't matter. My problem. I'll have to fix it up later. So we lost a bit of our... Oh, we probably lost an ingot. Let's do this properly. Derps are rife today, aren't they? So that's draining out. Throw these in. They seem to be taking a fairly long time to melt, so hopefully this tin is out by the time the copper melts, otherwise we'll get more bronze. But let's just work through this. This should drain in time. Yeah, we'll be fine. And then that will need to set. And by that point... Yay! By that point we'll be able to try and get something done. Alright, so we've got a block of tin. We'll convert that back into ingots. Still a little bit of tin left in there. We'll let this melt. So I needed 2 tin gears, the Redstone Servo, so I'm going to need some redstone. And I needed glass, didn't I? So let's just grab that. Let's run outside. If I can make it through the door. And go and harvest some sand. Ow. Didn't hit anything. Why would I get hurt? It's weird. Let's just grab some sand if it'll let me mine it. Don't like that sitting there now. Alright. Did I get sand? Fingers crossed. Yep, cool. So let's head back to base. What I might do is we're getting very close to the end of the episode. I'm not really worried if we go over, but you know, I want to get this Arboreal Extractor working. Well, made, because I need power for it. So I want to get it made before the end of the episode. So either, you know what? All right, I'll cut here. I'll get another piece of copper and throw it in there and make a block. And once the stuff's melted down, I'll come right back. Materials sorted. Let's make an Arboreal Extractor. First thing we need is one of these. Just one, thanks. I don't need 4 million. Arboreal Extractor, we need... No, let's do the device frame. We need a copper gear. Probably just quicker to do that. And then glass and iron gives us a device frame. We need a bucket. So that, actually I need 2 tin gears. Nice, 1, 2, and then we should be able to go 1, 2, that. Oh, hang on. What am I doing? Oh, it's just 2 copper ingots, so that's fine. Let's just One Arboreal Extractor. So fairly straightforward. I'm out of tin. That is literally the last piece of tin I've got. I need to go mining. So the way this works, it's morning. Yes, I'm not sure if it'll work on that tree, but it'll work on like this oak tree. So, for example, let's place him there. And this, once powered, which I'm not sure if I can I burn stuff in it? No. So it requires information. Extract fluids from adjacent trees, use fertilizer boost. Okay. I don't think it needs power. I think it just runs. Not every tree will be productive. So it says use fertilizer to boost. So if you make fertilizer, is there a fertilizer in thermal? Okay. Fert. I don't know what they use for fertilizer. Anyway, bone meal probably. Just have a quick look. It does say that not everything will be productive. We can move it if we need to. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't need power, even though the tooltip says it needs power. There's a green light on. Let's just... No? Doesn't take that? Alright. Well, that one doesn't seem to be working. Let's pick him up. And place him on another tree. We'll go up here. I think certain ones give certain amounts. So we do have a green light. No, I might just leave it. I think. Let's go sap. So sap doesn't tell me where to get sap from. Resin. Okay. That should work. Should work. I'll let it go. I'll have a. Oh, there we go. We're getting some sap. So it will pull slowly, of course. It will pull materials from the tree. No power needed. And then we can turn sap into other stuff. So the uses of sap, for example, resin's the better one to go for, but the uses of sap, rich phytogrow, get a bucket of sap. So it's probably not the best thing we can use with this at the moment. So I probably need to find a better tree. I don't know if birch is the one or whether it's like I need to get some dark oak or something like that. I'm going to do some research into what's what. I'm going to pick him up for now. Try him on a birch tree. Maybe I can fight this skelly down here. Are you empty? What does it say on it? Yeah, extracts fluid from a tree. We'll leave this a second and see if it gets something from the birch tree. I don't think it does. I think it's particular trees is what is required. Yeah. TPS is a little low at the moment. They are going through some server changes, so that is potentially what's causing this. But it'll be alright. It's all good. So yeah, I don't know what trees I need to put this on. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching. Please leave your comments in the section below. If you know what tree it's meant to be on, leave them, because I've only seen it used a little bit, and I think it's dark oak is the best one, but I'll do some Googling as well. But let me know your thoughts on the series so far. What do you think I should do for the frontier? Maybe give you some tips on what you're believing I should make the floor out of. You know, there's lots of different things that I need input for. As I said, not a great builder. This will all need to be changed, and this will be like a foyer. And then we'll go down, and the rest of the base will be down here. I'll probably go back and then down again a bit more. Maybe some... I'd like to build a stairway down this way, maybe into another level, but I'm not going to go much that way, mainly because of that mining staircase. So, long episode for you guys. So yeah, you don't want to break into the staircase. Long episode for you guys. Leave the comments below. Thanks for watching. Check out the Shadow Node server. Don't forget, it's free to play on here with me. If you want to live nearby, not a problem with me. Not a lot around, but yeah, there's my waypoint if you can read it on the screen here. Or it's always on my videos in this corner on the journey map thing. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.